welcome to this week at LogTrade. And is it the 8th episode, Fredrik?
Oh, it's number 10. It's the last
10
for the holiday season. Holiday
Yeah.
season is coming up for everyone, you know.
I would never get the episodes right. I think my brain is trying to just let me know it's only 8 or 7 episodes, not 10. You don't have
always
so
hope
much.
for another 2 to be recorded. That's the problem. So you
No,
say, oh, it's
rather-
only episode 8. We will have 2 more to record before the holiday.
No, rather that it's become, it's only 7 out in the internet. No one cares. And the influencer puts out 1 a day. So it's no one will notice you.
Yeah. At least we don't have to count for 365.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Anyway, today is actually the last episode of the season. So firstly, I hope everyone has enjoyed it for those that has been watched. And thank you to all the guests that joined this season. And hopefully we will get even more guests next season. I don't know why we are doing seasons, but yeah.
Seasons is great. Seasons is great. We are aiming for more seasons than Seinfeld. It's 9 seasons, you know. So
yeah,
the next one is season number 3.
That is amazing. And I really hope that we can get some input from people watching on guests they want to have on our so-called show this week at LogTrade. I don't even know how to define this, but yeah.
Is it a vlog or a pod or a show or just therapy for us too?
I don't know. At least people are in the start of us creating maybe something or not.
Yeah. They hope for a failure.
Yeah, maybe. And that is actually...
I will follow them and wait for the big failure. Yeah, lovely.
And that is actually very okay.
Yeah, sure.
I'm so comfortable in that.
Yeah. You know, every
I'm
war
more
is actually
comfortable in
about...
that than success, to be honest.
You know, going to war is either for the reason to conquer something like a new resource or to entertain.
Yeah.
So maybe we are the entertainers. We will see.
We will see.
But so far, everything works out fine. And I can also say that thank you, everyone, for, just wanting to be with us and have some tests or businesses or whatever. I'm very proud of our existing customer base, of course. All our employees joining this project and sticking into it. Thank you so much. And all the new partnerships we have all around the globe, actually, it's making me very proud. Even if we're going for a failure, I don't hope so. I don't think so.
No, we're not going for a failure.
No. I just talk about it and then it will not happen. I talk it away, you know.
But anyway, I'm as well really proud of the team at LogTrade, and also all of our partnerships and existing customers every day helping us create what we are trying to create. And since we're not speaking so much about LogTrade in this week at LogTrade, I would not go too much into it. But we have a couple of topics today, and Fredrik has this amazing background of Christmas happening.
It's real. It's not
and
fake.
It's real. And he even lit up the fire behind him. And he's probably gonna sweat a lot during this episode. But what don't you do for a good background?
Entertainment.
Firstly, since we are getting to the end of 2021, we actually wanted to talk about the way of maybe becoming a little bit not so accurate these days to plan your company or strategy. And often still we see companies ending up, and even sometimes in our teams, we see people thinking all the way January to December, right?
Yeah.
This is the way often you put your budget.
Always ends in the summer and to Christmas.
Yeah, and you put your budget and you put your resources, you plan your project around that, you plan to go on holidays in the summer and in the winter, and everyone stresses around this, right? Now we can see people stressing so much because it's soon end of the year and we have to close those projects and we soon have to end the year.
You know, I heard on the news this morning that during Christmas Eve, the 24th of December, we have 30% higher rate of heart attacks in Sweden.
Yeah.
Due to the stress.
Yeah.
And actually the reporter on the television told people that maybe you should think about that you are joining the wrong people if you got a heart attack during Christmas. You should start rethinking how you're celebrating the holidays. I think that's a very good thought.
But it's happening all over, and even if in your daily thinking maybe as well, that while it's soon ending this year and I have to manage to fit in everything I didn't the rest of the year.
I need to wrap things up before a date I set for myself.
Yeah.
No one else said it to you. It's not a flood wave coming in.
Yeah.
It's you that have decided that the flood wave coming in. So
I think what has influenced this a lot from organization and company structure is probably the financial structure of things and the budget you put for 1 year.
I think it's even earlier than that. I think it's in school. Do you remember? Did you still have these pictures in school that your teacher was pulling down from the roof? We had this big picture where it was showing this is January, this is December, this is how a year is going to be planned. I think it started already there, actually.
And that January is the first month of the year.
And December
is the last one. We didn't have the one you pulled down. We had a regular calendar. But
okay. Yeah, Google Maps. Okay.
We had Google's calendar, but anyway.
No, I think it started already there, and then going into the quarter of finance in the finance and the corporate level. But you know, I work from a completely different level. I work in 4 months periods, 3 at a year.
Yeah, we have started thinking that way. I have never actually been so compliant either with the January to December. My brain doesn't work that way because it just continues for me. It is a process and cycle of things. So we figured out a new format, thinking in sequences, first of all, instead.
Yeah, sequences is number one, and then to divide them, we divide them in different parts. So right now we're dividing them in October to January, end of January, and then starting February, end of May, and then beginning of June to end of September.
And that is really a good way to avoid this, that there will be a start and stop somewhere and it is 12 months, because for us it just continues. And I think that has become a little bit of a more healthy way of driving a project. And since things are changing very, very fast, and the pace has increased a lot, I think planning something for 1 year ahead is becoming even hard. Previously, companies were planning 5 and 7 years ahead. And there is a difference between having a vision and ambition that is long term and really plan a strategy for 5 years. I think we can't afford it anymore because of the pace things are changing.
Yeah, let's back the time to 2000 and what would you say, 17? It's 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Who could imagine the pandemic?
No one.
No. So was
or
it in
maybe someone, or maybe someone.
Yeah, maybe someone in an eastern country far away from here. Building
I wouldn't have opened that.
Okay, Omicron. Anyway, who could plan that? They can't. So I would say the long-term vision, you're completely right there. The long-term vision, the short-term planning, and then to divide it into portions that is not conflicting with that. Oh, now it's Lucia, now the holiday is coming, so I will stop working, blah, blah, blah. Have the planning over those holidays to get you more effective. And this is not about being the most effective in the world, because they have never won. It's about being the smartest, using the resources in a smart way. That's always the winners. That's the smartest. They are saving energy.
And be able to adapt faster, right? Because if you don't, you're not focusing on an end goal that is 12 months from now. You're planning things in sequences. You always stop and reflect on what is going to happen latest. And for me personally, the sequences is no longer than 3 weeks. No. And then I plan a new sequence.
That's right.
And that is something that I think really changed my perspective on planning and organizing in general, but also released a lot of stress, because in those 5 years plans or 1 or 2 years plans, you somehow were saying that I for sure know what's going to happen in 1 or 2 years, and that is not true.
No one can.
That is not true and will never be true.
No, the only way you can know that is actually if you create it, and other guys are doing that. We are not into that business yet. So, okay. So another reflection I really would like to share right now, and this is a little bit of a more sad part of this episode. Today, they announced that there's 800,000 people died by COVID in the US. It's more people died in COVID in the US now than in all wars that US have been in. This is something to reflect on and to have in mind, especially if you are of the understanding or misunderstanding of not having the vaccine.
Yeah.
Go and take that vaccine and think about 800,000 people. Convert it to every people having at least 3 to 4 family members or friends. We're talking about millions.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be involved whether you take the vaccine or not vaccine, because that's a freer choice. But it is really sad to see the effect of this, and that is, somehow it needs to be stopped.
Of course, it's a free choice, but I can say it was a free choice to be with Hitler or not too.
Yeah.
Do whatever you think is good now, but think about the future for yourself. And especially for everyone, loved one around you. Anyway, we leave it from there. It was a short, it was not sponsored. I promise, it's from my heart. It could be sponsored.
Chrysler is sponsoring him.
Yeah. So, Sara, I had a question to you before. What do you want to happen next 2022? We can't plan for a year. And what do you think will happen in 2022?
You gave me that question just before we started recording, and it takes a little bit of reflection, but I have things I wish would happen, of course.
What do you wish for?
I wish for peace in the world, and I wish no
nose holders more on the streets. Yeah, I love it. No more Facebook.
No, but really, no more Facebook for sure. I really wish, if we look from my way of the industry or my spectrum of the industry, I really wish that we start thinking about more sustainability when it comes to infrastructure. Because I can see a lot of sustainability investment when it comes to production, when it comes to choices and choosing things, but I want to see it more in building new infrastructure, and especially when it comes to the digital infrastructure. because in the physical world, it's always a little bit easier. But I want to see that sustainability thoughts being adapted to mostly the digital infrastructures that is going to be built. And sustainability for me, it contains a lot of things. So yeah, that is what I wish for. What I think, that is one of the things I wish for. And what I think, I don't know if I think it's going to happen or I'm just afraid of it. I'm really, really afraid of that we will allow, even though we know that is not good, we will still allow Facebook to exist in the way they are existing, or MetaWorld, or whatever they are called nowadays. And we will allow actors as Amazon to continue to grow and exist. And I'm seeing that to prevent that is going so much slower than it should be. So I think actually they will continue next year, and that is what I'm afraid of, but I'm hoping not.
That's a good wish for the holidays.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, why not? I wish that we could have a change in the geopolitical arena, so we don't have to worry about China taking Taiwan and Russia taking Ukraine. I believe that people will review Trump president, and in the election in countries like Sweden, we're getting more and more to the dark side of the brown parties, and that sucks. But that's just something you have to adapt to.
Yeah. Maybe it needs to get a little bit more dark before it gets brighter, as you say, even though I think it is as dark as it.
It's like in Star Wars, you have to sometime be put out in the chill of the you have to be put out in the negative things of space where you can't breathe and you can't eat and it's very cold, to understand that it's warm and cozy inside with your own family. And that's really what we're seeing now. This is getting deep today, I know, but I'm quite
It sounds like almost those end of the year, on the New Year astrology, when they talk about
let's find something positive here. I hope it will be more snow this year than last year. That's positive for the climate.
I also have hope in the human being and how smart it has become and getting smarter. I just hope we gonna join each other even stronger and
yeah, and we have some guys and girls out there trying to change the world. We have a lot of these we have been talking to during this year. You know, this guys doing Nick's ice cream, the ice cream you can eat without getting the bad things from it. I love it. It's like Beyond Meat, you know, have a hamburger, but you still ate the salad, and so on and so on. I think that's the way for the future. And if those guys could collect their efforts together and just put away China from Taiwan and Russia from Ukraine, yeah, it's a hard thing to do, but it's not impossible. So I have some hope.
I have a lot of hope. I have a lot of hope.
Oh, there are so many very inspirable people out there. So let's This is getting too deppy today. We have to raise up now. So tell me some funny things about.
Yeah, but you are so moody with your
I know.
fire.
This is like
It's
having
hard.
this.
It's
I know.
really hard. I'm at least.
You don't know how hot it is in here now.
That's why you're talking more slow as well.
Yeah.
I don't know about this idea. But anyway, I think like today's what we have accomplished so far, I think we have started to do a really, really great things, and I'm hoping really that we will continue and not be killed on the way, as they say.
No, we will try to survive.
Yeah.
By ourselves or by third party. So yeah.
So I think like today we keep it a little bit shorter and wish everyone a really, really great Christmas and a happy new year. And thanks to everyone being involved, from everyone as LogTrade team members to customer to partners and to the whole network watching this as well. And yeah, take care and be safe.
And keep up.
Yeah.
So great, everyone. Speak next year.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.